Hello viewers, this is Duncan Carlos Mboya presenting to you the process of food digestion in humans. We shall start with the definition of digestion. Digestion is the physical and chemical breakdown of food into simpler, soluble, and absorbable units. And the process of digestion starts right from the mouth and ends in the anus. Let's begin with the process of digestion now in the mouth. In the mouth, here food is mechanically broken down with the help of teeth into smaller pieces to increase the surface area for enzymatic actions. The tongue plays a vital role of rolling food into bolus as it mixes and moistens with the saliva. The saliva also contains enzymes, and the major enzyme within the saliva is called the salivary amylase. Salivary amylase converts starch into maltose, and saliva also contains mucus that lubricates food as it is chewed within the mouth by the help of teeth. Now, once food has been chewed enough and is ready for swallowing, then it is swallowed into the stomach through the gullet, or what we usually refer to as the esophagus. That is the part at the back of the mouth. Once food reaches into the stomach, let us now look at the digestion of food within the stomach. The presence of food in the stomach stimulates secretion of a juice referred to as gastric juice, and the gastric juice are contained within the gastric glands, which are found within the walls of the stomach. Gastric juice contains a number of enzymes, one of them being hydrochloric acid. We also have a pepsin. Pepsin is usually secreted in its inactive form we call pepsinogen. And we also have renin, which maintains the stomach. And we also have the renin, sorry. Now these enzymes, beginning with hydrochloric acid maintains the stomach acidic pH. In order for digestion to take place in the stomach, the pH of the stomach is usually acidic, and that is usually maintained by the help of hydrochloric acid. We also have one of the gastric juice enzymes, which is called pepsin. Pepsin, the role of pepsin is usually conversion of proteins into peptones. And finally, we also have renin as one of the enzymes which usually curdles milk. Food then enters into the small intestine. And we should also note that most of the proteins are the ones which usually get digested into the stomach. Within the stomach is all the protein which is majorly digested. Let's look at the digestion in the small intestine. We realize that there is further digestion of food that takes place in the small intestine. And we have a number of enzymes which are secreted into the small intestine, from pancreas, liver, and even from the intestinal enzyme. Even from the the small intestine itself. So we also have intestinal enzymes. These react with food particles and digest them into smaller particles that can be absorbed into the bloodstream. There are a number of different chemical reactions that occur within the small intestines, and they can be summarized as follows. The enzymes for the pancreatic juice include pancreatic amylase. The amylase converts starch into maltose. We also have trypsin, and realize trypsin is usually also released or rather secreted in its inactive form, trypsinogen, and usually converted into trypsin by enterokinase. Trypsin converts peptones into peptides and dipeptides. We have a number of enzymes also which are produced right from the intestine, that is right from the small intestine. So intestinal juice also contains a number of enzymes, one of them being maltase. Maltase converts maltose into glucose. Another enzyme is called sucrase. Sucrase converts sucrose into galactose and fructose. We also have lactase. Lactase enzyme converts lactose into glucose and galactose. We also have bile. Bile emulsify fats through a process called emulsification, and that therefore means conversion of fat globules into fat droplets. There is also pancreatic lipase, which converts triglycerides into fatty acids and glycerol. All simpler forms of the digested food are absorbed within the stomach, within the small intestine, into the bloodstream, with the rest of undigested and undigested materials being passed into the rectum through the large intestine for elimination as feces through the anus. That marks the end of human food digestion from the mouth and to the anus. That brings us to the end of digestion process.